Today we're going to talk about seasoning your smoker. Now what I'm doing here is I'm getting some bacon grease, a little vegetable oil, and a brand new brush. I'm brushing a little coating on here. We're going to go ahead and coat the whole thing, both this and the pan inside the cooking chamber there. And once we get done putting a good coat of this on here, we're going to go ahead and fire it up, get it going. We're going to do some seasoning. We'll be back in a minute. We're going to go ahead and get the inside of the firebox too. I did a burn off on this the other day, so now we're going to season it. So I just want to get everything coated with some bacon grease mixed with a little vegetable oil, and get a nice little coating on here. I'm gonna get the top and the sides. What we want to do is we want to protect this thing from the rust, because any buildup of ash at all will attract moisture, and the moisture will cause rust. So anyway, we'll get this thing oiled up pretty good and we'll be back. Now I'm gonna get everything in here. I gotta do these rails right here. I want those racks to slide really good. Once we get this thing coated with some bacon grease and get a nice patina finish on it, then everything should work just fine. But we're just painting the inside of this with some bacon grease, mixed with a little bit of vegetable oil, and we're going to do the sides, the top, everything, every little thing. All right, I got everything covered with bacon grease. Everything that can rust will rust if you don't cover it with some sort of oil or bacon grease. Now, a lot of guys use that spray-on Pam. I don't. I use bacon grease. Why? Because it smells really good. It does the same thing as any vegetable oil would. It's an animal fat. Some guys will use tallow, a beef tallow, but I prefer bacon grease. I have some. I did about a pound of bacon the other day. I made my own and paintbrushed it on there and covered everything that could possibly rust. I've got a chimney going, in case you haven't noticed. It's full of charcoal briquettes. As soon as it's ready to dump, I'm going to dump it, and we're going to get this seasoning going. We're going to close it up and let this thing season. I'm going to go for about 300 degrees. I'll monitor it here periodically, but I'll get a good smoke layer in there, some nice heat. Going to cook that bacon grease on the inside of that thing, and I'll be back here in just a little bit. Now, we're hovering right around 30 degrees here in West Denver. We were supposed to get some snow last night, but we kind of dodged that. While this is smoking, it's right about 300 degrees right now inside there, seasoning right now, and I've got a little bit of olive oil. You can use just a regular vegetable oil if you want, but I'm going to go on the outside and just put a small coating, just a light coating around the outside of this. I want to get where the hinges are at, where those welds are, because this is going to be out in the weather, so I want to protect it. I want to get this baked on there. I know it's got a powder coat, pretty good powder coat finish on it, but in time that wears down with the weather and whatnot. So I'm just going to brush on some oil here. And it's good and warm too. This thing is nice and warm. I can feel the heat, and I can smell that bacon grease too. It smells good. Now, I especially want to do this firebox. Ooh, this thing's hot. Because this it heats up real good, and it has a way of cooking that paint off of the back of this and the bottom of this. So I'm going to cover it with an oil, see if we can kind of prevent that. I know I won't prevent it completely, but if I do this, season it on the inside, season it on the outside, then I get a good layer of protection against the elements. All right, it's been a little over an hour since I started this chimney. I put that chimney in there and started the seasoning. It's holding just a little under 300. I would say about 280 right now. Those coals are, they're still going. I'm just going to let it go. But we're getting ourselves a nice patina coating, a nice little golden brown coating on the inside there. So I'm just going to let it go and let the coals die out. And then check back when it's done. Well, it's down to about 160 degrees right now on this smoker right now, so those coals are dying out. I think we're done for the day. I think I could have swore I saw a few snowflakes falling. It got a nice little coating on the inside there. Not quite cooked on as good as I'd like, but it'll get there the more we cook on it. We're gonna get more smoke in there and let the heat cook the rest of this bacon grease on there. But what we're going to do is we're going to smoke a duck for Christmas. My son works at the meat department up at the grocery store here, and he picked himself up a duck. He wants a duck for Christmas, so we're going to smoke a duck. I've never done a duck before, so it's going to be a first. Stay tuned to this channel right here. Like, subscribe, and we'll see how that duck turns out come Christmas. All right. See ya.